So here we are a day after the Xbox conference, and I thought I was going to be done with this excessive screaming, yelling, ranting, raving, whatever else, I've gone through with the last two videos. This technically doesn't have anything to do with the reveal, but it just has to do with idiots, really. Um when Call of Duty Ghosts, the reveal trailer came out, they talked about two things. Really, they talked about dogs, which is I guess the biggest thing ever, and character customization. And the question came along, especially over Twitter, where I got the brunt of this, where people were asking, well, if you can customize characters, can you have female characters? And on some specific Twitter handles that I do follow, for example, LOL Renee, who is probably one of my favorite YouTubers out there right now, she is absolutely hilarious. Um, she was getting into a bit of a scuffle with some people about it because most people, I guess, were saying it doesn't matter, or why are you getting so worked up about it? You guys do realize the problem with this, right? The fact that a game is having a dog as a companion in a Call of Duty game before a woman. We do realize that there are women in the military, right? Are we still that oblivious to that fact? I'm sure I don't know cuz I can't research this cuz I don't think they list them, but I'm pretty sure that somewhere in the world there's a woman who's leading not just part of a unit but leading a unit. And I'm sure there's lots of them. Again, I can't research that, but there's no reason that nowadays there isn't at least a few, if not a lot more than a few. So, for the fact that this game, as far as we know, is still not going to include women into it is pretty ridiculous. And I don't understand where people get off saying, "Oh yeah, it's okay, it's not that big a deal." It really is a big deal. I mean, the fact that so far in all of these games there hasn't been one female character as part of that supporting cast with like your main character and everybody else is disgusting. And it's for a game that preaches realism, that's really unrealistic. But this is how it is. Call of Duty is a frat boy game. I'm sorry to say that, and I'm sure some people will be offended by it, guys like me especially, because I do play that game a lot. But it's a frat boy game. It's a bro fist, chest bumping, good old boys club kind of time. And the fact that a lot of women play it and a lot of women can whip your ass at Call of Duty is really offensive to them because they're not getting any respect at all. There's a reason that a lot of them do not even, use their microphones when they play because it's not worth the crap that they got to go through. I have probably between 3 and 5 female friends on my friends list on Xbox Live who have played COD and actively do not use their microphone for that very reason. There's only one friend on my list that's female that actually uses her mic, and usually it's in party chat anyway, so it doesn't matter. So again, it comes back to the fact that apparently all of us little boys out there can't grow the fuck up and deal with the fact that there are, these other people, that live next to us. They're called women, girls, ladies, you know, what are the name? Gals, lasses, it's this is nothing new, guys. Girls exist. Don't worry, you're not gonna get cooties over the fucking microphone. Xbox Live does not transmit that kind of shit. Don't worry about it. Stop it. Stop it. No. Stop it. And again, it comes back to the whole industry standard where, you're not seeing female characters lead very much, and when they do, they're meant to be just fucking sex symbols. I mean, I can't imagine how big a deal it must have been for the new Tomb Raider game to come out without Lara being in some skimpy type fucking outfit with, E cups, You got also games like Remember Me, who had to make such a big deal to get a female as the main character. You have The Last of Us, they had to fight to get the girl on the cover of the goddamn game. You had Bioshock, who admitted that they wouldn't put Elizabeth on the cover. They had to have the cover with the guy on it so it would appeal to the frat boys. There's my point again. We're not in this age anymore. Can people stop believing that it's just boys that play video games? I'm pretty sure that if almost half, if just a tiny bit under half of gamers are women now, and stop, trying to say it isn't true. It's very true. Girls like games just as much as everybody else. I think people need to start kind of figuring that out, that we're not the only people that like having fun in the world. So, for me personally, when it comes to not having a girl available in Call of Duty, it doesn't affect me personally, but it does kind of beg the question, like, why isn't that happening? I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but the fact that it happens just bugs me because it's such a stupid little thing, and the fact that people are making it seem like it's not, something that should ever be talked about, or it's something that, it's okay for it to be like this. It's such a tiny thing that you put one girl in a game. What's the big deal? Are people gonna not buy a game because a girl is in it? If that's the case, then they shouldn't be fucking playing video games, you know? They don't deserve to have this kind of art form in their life if they're not going to respect it for what realism truly is. So, quite frankly, if you really do believe that girls should not be in video games, especially a Call of Duty game, I wish I knew some. I wish I knew a girl that was in the military right now, so I could send them straight to you, and so she could whip your ass. Because I guarantee you, she'd break your arm in 5 seconds. And the fact that you guys think that girls aren't capable of that kind of shit, hell has no fury like a woman's scorn.